Hello, welcome to Citizen Louis. So I've seen a few people react to this video, two videos, short ones, but good ones. We got Tony Bellew, former boxer, Liverpudlian. Nothing wrong on that. But what is wrong with Tony is his ignorance and more interested in lining his own pocket than the safety of people he proclaims to love, the British people, the English people, yeah, who, especially our women, are in grave danger. There's been loads of rapes, sexual assaults, grooming going on from these newly arrived asylum seekers. They're illegal immigrants who are criminals because they entered the country illegally. But it's all Tommy Robinson's fault, apparently. So I'll let you see what Tony had to say and what Tommy has to say. Here we go.
Communities.
I didn't like the narrative Tommy Robinson was painting, if I'm being totally honest. I seen the interview done with the rapper, and he basically said he's an enemy of Islam. Why would anyone be an enemy of any religion? There's gobshites in every single religion. There's bad Muslims, there's bad Christians, there's bad Catholics, there's bad Jews. Why would anyone pick and target? It's like saying there's good black people, there's good white people, there's bad white people, there's bad black people. There's good and bad in all race, religions, creeds, and ethnicities. And this man's painting a narrative that there's something wrong with Islam. There's not. I've grown up amongst the Nation of Islam and people who are devout Muslims, and they're nothing but peaceful. So it's disgusting to paint that light and frighten people the way he has done. And I think it's wrong, to be fair. As when it comes to, immigration and illegal immigration in the country, it's happening everywhere, mate. It's not just our country. Also, remember, our country was built on immigrants coming to this country, building buildings, creating families. I mean, my grandfather came over here, knocked me nan up from the US Navy or Marines, whatever he was in, then went back to America. Me dad's side of the family, I originate from Ireland. Are they, are these all immigrants who have come over to this country? No, they're not. There's an awful lot of good that people do in this country. And I'm sick of hearing that and people painting narratives like Tommy Robinson. It's wrong, mate, it really is. You're turning hateful things on people and you're turning love into hate. It's wrong, it really is. I mean, listen, you're a racist. Stop, mate, just stop. You're pushing hate. Don't push hate. Push love, push the good sides of people, and eventually that will all turn around in the end.
We hope so. I think one of the key things people are complaining about is unvetted immigration. And obviously that's like a whole different minefield.
Of course it is, and that comes from all kinds of countries and places. I couldn't agree more with illegal immigration's not right. You can't be coming to this country and just doing that. And I also think it's right that when you come to this country, you should be working. You should be giving something back. Every country should have the same procedure. You come to this country, you work, you earn your wage, and that's how it should be. So it is what it is, mate, but there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more wrong in the world than that. So, what can you do at the end of the day? It's everyone is entitled to an opinion, but I just think it's wrong when you're pushing that narrative down. The hate narrative, I just think it's so wrong and so dangerous, and I'd like to see it wiped out.
I hope we, amongst this interview, can spread a bit of peace amongst the world. Tony, appreciate your time as always. Any final messages?
Spread peace, spread love, be kind to people, look after your loved ones, take care of your mother and father, and take care of your kids. Yeah, that's all you can really do. Just be a good person, do more good than you do bad. No one's perfect. We've all done bad. We've all done not good stuff. So, yeah, just take it as it is.
Tony, out of everything, you have your little opportunity to voice your opinion rather than sucking the cock of Saudi Arabia. You could have used that moment, yeah? 25 sexual assaults and rapes against minors from men living in hotels, migrants in hotels. 8 women have been raped. There were 11 attacks in 12 days in the last couple of weeks. And you use your platform not to talk about the invasion of our nation by a backward culture that doesn't integrate or assimilate. Go to Birmingham, go to Bradford, go to Luton, go to any of these areas with Islamic ghettos. Come out of Liverpool for a minute, yeah? You could have used a minute to talk about that. You could have spoke about the generation of Britain's daughters that have been raped. You could have talked about the fact that the Southport attacker, which you went mad about, had an Al-Qaeda manual under his fucking pillow. You could have talked about any of these things. Islam taking over our prisons, radicalising, recruiting, terrorism, jihad, attack after attack after attack. You could have spoke about any of that. What did you choose your fucking minute for? About Tommy Robinson. Because I said Islam was our enemy. 70% of the Quran talks about you, dickhead. It talks about how they should control you. There's 4 verses in the Quran that say they should rape your missus or your wife. That's the Quran. That's what it says. There's 100 verses that tell them to kill you, dickhead. So tell me you know nothing about Islam without telling me you know nothing about Islam. So how about you sit down, read something, so you actually are briefed and understand what you're talking about, instead of spouting shit to get a big paycheck from Saudi Arabia and get a pat on the back when you see all the Muslims. Oh, well done, Tony, you cocksucker, you absolute spastic.
So there you go, Tommy Robinson's reply. And yeah, spot on. 25 sexual assaults by men in hotels that we know about. 8 rapes. Now, where I live, there's no hotel at the moment, but near Stonehenge, the villages around there have been infested with the religion of peace, right? And it's Afghans, all Afghans. They came here with the military, because I lived in military bases, and there's been reported rapes, sexual assaults, all sorts of messed up shit going on, which I went online to investigate and put the feelers out there, and I got a mixed response. You know, some people were loving what I was saying, privately messaging me saying thank you for someone finally speaking up, but there was a lot of kickback as well, you know, lefty lunatics as per usual. But Tommy Robinson will always tear down someone like Tony Bellend, not bellew, it's Bellend. He's just thinking of his bank account. Yeah, he said take care of your families, your kids. Tony, what about British families' kids? What about the daughters that have been raped? 8 from these asylum seekers. Does that not matter? Disgusting. You're always going to get called out for that from Tommy. Anyway, hit that like, subscribe for more. Cheers, guys.